Hi everyone, this is StariAri. I'm here to give you your weekend pick a card, and this time we're going to have some guidance from our archangels and the angels, of course. So go ahead and take your time right now and look at the piles, and this is going to be pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. And pause the video and then connect to your higher self and guides and ask them which pile is going to have the message that you need at this time for the weekend. All right, if you chose pile number 1, you got Keter. So Keter means the crown in the Kabbalah tree of life. This is translated as the Most High or the top. And this is kind of like a link to I would say, the highest point of spiritual growth, or even the highest point of ascendance that you can have. Okay, the first Sephiroth is also called the crown because the crown is worn on the top of the head, and the crown therefore refers to things that are above the mind's abilities of comprehension. Okay, so that's why it's linked to spirituality or spiritual growth. All of the other Sephiroth are likened to the body, which starts with the head, and then of course you have like the arms and the legs and the torso. So they all have in the tree of life, it's kind of forming a body. Anything that's hidden, anything that is spiritual, anything that is of the mysteries. Okay, that's what this card represents. So to me, it feels like you are at a verge of connecting in that way with your spiritual growth, where you have a lot of experiences in that manner that you just cannot comprehend with your, I would say your limited comprehension because of your physical body. But you just have this connection with the spirit body that you just understand it, but cannot, I would say, put it into words sort of experiences, and that's perfectly fine. That's because you've reached this, or you kind of like go up there and then come back down like that. Okay, so it's just kind of like you reach this point in your spiritual growth. You download information, and this is what it feels like. So another thing is with this is the highest Sephiroth it's kind of like in the domain of Malkuth, which is the domain above the actual earth and everything else that is represented in the material world. So this is kind of like, to me, it's kind of a connection to the heavens or to the higher realms here, and that's what it represents. So even though it is the highest Sephiroth of the of this energy, the uppermost would sit, I would say, below the Ein Sof, which is the source of all Sephiroth, which is the Godhead or creator energy. Okay, so this is right below it. So that is what, like, it's represented in the Tree of Life. If you guys haven't looked at it, I highly recommend that you do learn about the Kabbalah Tree of Life, because it has a lot to do with an explanation on the higher realms, as well as astrology, and even the angelic hierarchy. Okay, so that being said, we're going to move on to the next card. So the way that you can really connect in this manner to this area right here would be using crystals. So crystal allies, stone people, to allow you to connect in that way. So you probably do this through meditative states, where you have a crystal and you hold it in your hand, and then you ask it to guide you to the higher realms, or to give you any messages from the higher realms. Or you could even program them to work with you in a certain type of vibration or for a certain purpose. So I highly recommend that you continue doing this work, continue working with crystals, because crystals have a higher vibration than we do, and they can easily access this reality here, okay? So moving on, we have the spiritual understanding. So this is where it's going to lead to eventually, even though you're getting all these downloads that you don't understand or comprehend at this time, eventually you'll get what you need to get from them, okay? Your bits of information. It's kind of like you have a puzzle piece and then you're waiting for more information. That's usually how it works. Trust me, that's how they do things. So it's okay. So Archangel Raziel comes in to assist you with this. So this is your archangel for the weekend. Working with Raziel is super easy. He has like an intense purplish, pinkish type of energy, but he also helps you with bringing in more information or more tools that you can use to better understand or explore esoteric wisdom and knowledge, okay? So that you can really gather more information and then apply it to your daily life, okay? So I highly recommend that you sit this weekend with Raziel, and you could do this through meditation where you connect to him, or you ask him to join you for your meditation to explore any more messages so that he can make them more clear for you so you can understand and apply them to your life. Or you could do this through talking to him throughout the day as well. You don't have to be in meditation, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. All right, if you chose pile number 2, you chose Malkuth. So Malkuth is the bottom of the tree of life. It actually represents the earth, okay, or this planet, or the material realm. So with Malkuth, you get a lot of grounding, a lot of information coming from the utmost or highest energies coming all the way down to Malkuth, okay? And here, you know, this is in the traditions of the Kabbalistic tree of life, so that's where you'll find this information as well. So usually in the diagram you have like the very topmost region, which is Keter, and then from there above that will be the creator energy, okay? So the tree of life represents the physical body of us, like it kind of like our humanoid structure, and so this one, it should be right on the bottom. So this represents the link between us and the earth, or the root area in our body, okay? So to me, this is about bringing in information and grounding it, okay? So you probably have a good idea on how to do that, but if you don't, then I recommend that you either purchase grounding stones such as these dark stones. This is actually black Himalayan quartz, and this is a completely awesome energy to work with. It's high vibrational, but it's also super grounding. So it does bring in, information from the higher realms, but it also helps you ground them into yourself and into the earth, okay? And so another thing that you can do is actually go outside and walk on the earth barefoot, and just kind of like have the intention in your head that everything that you receive from the higher realms is coming through your body, and then it's rooting itself deeply into the earth, okay? So the earth is receiving the information and grounding it for you as well. Or you can do a meditation and grounding as well, where you align all your chakras as well as connecting to your root chakra and helping yourself ground everything that you receive, okay? So whatever technique you use, it is important for you to do that for this weekend, okay? And working with this energy will assist you as well, okay? So next you have a tool that you can actually use. Flowers or herbs, you know, I feel like herb lore and herb magic and things like that can assist you with grounding energy, as well as creating your own tinctures and healing herbs and things like that. Okay, you can make your own teas. You can make you could even use food as an example to assist you with grounding, as well as to accessing the higher realms. There's a lot of plants out there that are psychedelic, I would say, that help you with connecting to the higher realms. Okay, so look for those. I highly recommend that you work with herbs and spices and flowers, even cooking a meal for yourself that you're doing it in a mindful way, meaning that you are aware of the energies of each ingredient that you place in, like each herb, each vegetable. Even if you use animal products, even the soul or the spirit of the animal, you're in gratitude, you are thankful for their sacrifice so that you can be nourished and you can be fortified. Okay, so that's what mindfulness cooking is all about. All right, being aware of the spirits in everything. Okay, everything that you ingest. All right, so that's what I recommend for you. And then finally, the angel that's going to help you with all of this is Archangel Jophiel. So Archangel Jophiel is pretty neat. She comes in like a gold energy, yellow or gold energy, depends on your perception. And I usually see her coming in with the rays of the sun. Like, that's how I perceive her. And if you perceive her as a masculine energy, that's perfectly fine, because she represents both, as all archangels do, because they do not have actual specific genders. They're just energy, okay? Because they don't really have a physical body. So anyway, Archangel Jophiel will assist you with grounding, with going outside, with connecting to nature, connecting to the plant and animal spirits, as well as interacting with them and using them, or helping you use them to better your life. Okay, and this could be from like the animal kingdom that you can assist yourself with, as well as connecting with the mineral kingdom, or even the fairy kingdom too. Okay, if you're up for that as well. So whatever it is that Jophiel helps you with this weekend, just trust the process. And you could connect to Jophiel through meditation, or you could connect to her by going outside and asking her to accompany you on your walk, or you just sitting outside and enjoying, enjoying in nature, pretty much. Whatever it is that you do, just trust that she's around you and giving you information. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye-bye. All right, you guys, if you chose pile number 3, here is the energy that you chose for this weekend. So it's Estivus. Estivus comes out in the Kabbalistic tradition. He represents brass horns and sacred war drums. And he's also the angel of divination and warfare. Okay, so he serves the Kavadic god Manarak, and so he usually appears in different books, but I think his first appearance was on Raigon II's Book of Angels. So if you guys want to know more about him, you could definitely explore that. But he is described as possessing the sight of the gods through his halo of eyes. So right around this area, there's like multiple eyes. Okay, and then Estivus is also attributed to imbuing the bow of the nameless saint with some of its power. So if you haven't read this information, I highly recommend that you do. But what he's bringing to you right now is understanding of divinity, or divination, and how to work with it, with your own power, with your own magic, so to speak. Okay, so here we go. So your heart's desire, that is what you're trying to accomplish here for this weekend. You're trying to manifest your heart's desire. So Estivus will assist with this, with understanding what exactly it is, as well as how to accomplish it. Okay, so the steps pretty much of the process. And this card is specifically for those who are still doubting that their life is going to get better, as well as that their dreams can actually come true. Okay, so this is kind of like a little bit of a reminder and a booster for this weekend, that if you do sit with yourself and you do really connect to your higher self and guides, and allow them to assist you with this, then things can definitely manifest in your favor. Okay, but you really have to do the work, and you really have to believe in yourself. Okay, and so it's kind of like trusting the process of what you are getting yourself into here. All right, so the archangel that can assist you with this even further is Archangel Sandalphon. So Archangel Sandalphon is the angel that connects us from the earth realms to the higher realms. In the tree of life, he is actually in the position of Malkuth, which is the earth. Okay, so he is kind of like the angelic protector of the earth, and he is also the mediator between heaven and earth. Okay, and he is also represents the energy of music, of higher frequencies of angelic music. So he can even assist you with composing any type of music, learning a new musical instrument, singing, dancing, whatever. Okay, so anyway, at this time, he wants to work with you. That's why you chose this pile. So for this weekend, in order for you to connect with him, you have to meditate, or you can go and play some music and welcome him in. And, you know, and if you want, you can dance. Like this is kind of like the way that the ancient ones used to do when they used to want to connect with a deity or a spirit, is that they used to dance around in a circle and get into like a hypnotic state. But you don't really have to get into a hypnotic state, but, you know, dance and be free, and allow yourself to not have any judgments or reservations with your own self. Connecting to your body, connecting to the rhythm of the music is like letting go and freeing yourself through it will help you connect with Sandalphon even more. Okay, the more that you are open, the less that you judge, the better the connection. Okay, so you can do it that way. You could do it through meditation, or you could do it through just writing something out of, you know, whatever your heart is telling you to write. You can definitely do it in that way. Okay, so whatever technique you use, it is important for you to work with that, to work with your energy, to manifest your reality. Okay, and that's what this Estivus is a reminder of, is a manifestation of your reality. If you focus on the negative, then the negative shall manifest. If you focus on the positive, then the positive shall manifest. It is up to you which energy you feed into. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye-bye. All right, if you chose pile number 4, you chose Netzah, so Netzah in Hebrew. So this is kind of like the will of man here. Okay, the higher separate are actually focused on the will of God, what his will is for man. And this one is more like what we are focused on here in the material world, what man needs to work through, so to speak. So Netzah actually refers to like anything that a purpose, or anything that happens in our lives that are anything that's challenging, anything that makes us feel like we have to overcome, you know, and so therefore that's why there's endurance in this whole text as well. So another thing with Netzah, it refers to the actions of God that are chesed, which means kindness in essence, but are represented through a lot of trials and tribulations in life. Okay, so for example, you know, if you're going through a karmic pattern at this time, this is probably why you chose this pile, to understand it a little bit better. So meaning like anything that you went through in your life that made you feel like you were challenged, anything that brought you down to just sadness or just feeling like you're being I guess slapped in the face by the world, so to speak. That's what Netsha represents, okay? And so this is a reminder that you shall overcome, okay? You are overcoming these trials, these tribulations, because you are growing as a soul here, okay? And that's where the endurance comes in, okay? So your soul has endured many, many, many challenges throughout your life and even past lifetimes. And now, you know, God is here to tell you, and your guides are here to tell you, you shall survive just like you did the other times, okay? So moving on, we have support. So here we go. The life purpose that you are on, the life that you are, you know, focusing on, especially the cycles of your life that you're focusing on at this time, especially if they're difficult, you know that you have support from the higher realms, from your angels, from your guides, and it's time for you to trust that, okay? It's time for you to tap into that support system to assist you with overcoming any obstacles or any challenges at this time, okay? To help you feel like you are being, you know, I would say, if you need a shoulder to cry on more than anything, okay, you have someone there, okay? So moving on, we have the archangel that's going to assist you with this. So we have Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel represents the word of God, okay, or the messenger of God. So anything that's going on right now, anything that you need support with, this is pretty much the pile that you chose, because Archangel Gabriel will bring you divine messages to help you alleviate any pain, any suffering, and to help remind you why you chose this path, okay? To me, Archangel Gabriel is more than anything a friendly reminder that we choose things for our soul's growth on purpose, because we are supposed to be in a supportive role eventually, okay? So those who have supported us are teaching us how to be whole and support others, you know, in turn, when we do finally break free from our suffering, finally break free from anything that needs to be healed, okay? And so that's what Gabriel is here to assist you with. So what I want you to do this weekend is to give up your sorrows and your pain and your suffering to Gabriel. Give it up to your guides so that you can be healed, you know, and you can heal yourself, and you could finally feel like alleviation from the pain, okay? It is super, super important for you to do this for this weekend so that you make room for your blessings, all right? I also feel like Gabriel is definitely a good ally to remind you who you are, what your purpose is here, so that you can never forget, so you don't have to wallow in suffering for too long, okay? As soon as you open that door, you'll find relief, okay? As soon as you call in your guides for support and healing, you'll find relief, okay? So the way that you can connect to Gabriel is through meditation. Meditating with Gabriel would be super beneficial, especially for healing meditations. Or you could easily call in Gabriel to assist you throughout your day. You know, anytime that you feel sad, anytime that you a bad memory pops up, call in Gabriel to help you alleviate it, to help you understand it and help you heal it, okay? So whatever methods you use to calling in Gabriel, know that Gabriel is always around you. Know that your guides are always around you, supporting you through this difficult cycle in your life, okay? So that's all I have for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.